The discovery. In the far reaches of the galaxy, the Galactic Council was thrown into chaos when the humans demonstrated their latest technological marvel, the Universal Animal Translation Device. This revolutionary technology allowed humans to communicate with any living creature, regardless of its origin. The Council members, a diverse assembly of alien species, watched in awe as Captain Lila Moreau of the United Earth Coalition revealed the device's capabilities. The room was filled with murmurs of disbelief as the device translated the thoughts of a Terran squirrel into clear, articulate language. The implications were immense. The balance of power within the galaxy had shifted, and humanity now held a significant advantage. The Council knew that the ability to communicate with animals could reshape interstellar diplomacy, and the potential for both cooperation and conflict was unprecedented. Captain Moreau had been on a routine mission to explore the newly discovered planet, Lyris 7, when they intercepted a distress signal from an unknown alien ship. Despite the risks, she decided to investigate. Upon boarding the vessel, her crew encountered the Arvians, a once peaceful species now in a desperate state. The Arvians were being pursued by the Vortani, a ruthless and technologically advanced empire known for its dominance and conquest. Through the Universal Animal Translation Device, Captain Moreau learned that the Vortani had developed a method to control and manipulate the native fauna of planets they invaded. This revelation was dire. If the Vortani's influence extended to Earth, the implications could be catastrophic. The Arvians were in need of refuge and assistance, and it was up to Captain Moreau and her crew to decide the fate of these alien refugees. A daring rescue. Captain Moreau faced a monumental decision. The Vortani's reputation for ruthless aggression and their control over local wildlife posed a grave threat. The United Earth Coalition had to act quickly. Despite the risks of inviting potential Vortani spies, the Council ultimately decided to offer asylum to the Arvians. The Arvians, led by their brave leader Torque, were grateful but wary. They knew the dangers of the Vortani all too well. Captain Moreau and her crew escorted the Arvian refugees back to Earth, all the while remaining vigilant for any signs of pursuit. The journey was fraught with tension, as the crew feared the Vortani would track them through the stars. Upon reaching Earth's orbit, Captain Moreau requested permission to land the Arvian ships. However, her request was met with resistance from Earth's leaders. The Council had received reports of Vortani ships in the vicinity and feared that the Arvian vessels could be a Trojan horse. The order came down. The Arvians were to remain in orbit until further notice. The decision sparked outrage among Captain Moreau's crew and the general populace. Protests erupted on Earth, with many citizens demanding the immediate expulsion of the Arvians. Captain Moreau and her team faced mounting pressure from both the government and the public. The situation grew dire as the Vortani's presence became more apparent. The Arvians' revelation. In the face of adversity, Captain Moreau sought the counsel of Dr. Ilara Finn, a renowned xenobiologist. Dr. Finn had been studying the Arvian biology and language and had made a groundbreaking discovery. The Arvians, like humans, had developed a unique method of communicating with animals. This ability, once understood, could be key to countering the Vortani's control over wildlife. Dr. Finn presented her findings to Captain Moreau. She explained that the Arvians' language was similar to that of Earth's more advanced creatures. This meant that by deciphering the Arvian communication patterns, they might find a way to disrupt the Vortani's control mechanisms. Captain Moreau decided to undertake a secret mission to study the Vortani's control technology firsthand. They planned to send a small team to a Vortani-controlled planet to gather intelligence. The mission was fraught with danger, but the potential benefits were immense. Dr. Finn, along with a select team of specialists, prepared for the covert operation. The infiltration. The Endeavor's cloaked shuttle descended onto the Vortani-controlled planet, a world lush with dense jungles and exotic wildlife. Dr. Finn and her team, including Captain Moreau, disembarked carefully. They observed the Vortani's use of their control technology, watching as they manipulated the planet's creatures with chilling efficiency. The team recorded everything they could, noting how the Vorteni used their devices to command animals for various tasks, from reconnaissance to combat. The control was absolute, and the creatures, once wild and free, acted as mere extensions of the Vortani's will. As the team gathered crucial data, they encountered unexpected resistance. A Vortani patrol discovered them, and a desperate escape ensued. The team narrowly avoided capture, fleeing back to the shuttle as the controlled creatures closed in on them. The data they collected was invaluable, but their escape was only the beginning of their troubles. The counterstrike. Back on the Endeavor, Dr. Finn and her team analyzed the data. The findings were both alarming and promising. They had uncovered a vulnerability in the Vortani's control technology. By using the Arvian's natural ability to communicate with animals, they might be able to disrupt the Vortani's influence. Captain Moreau and her team devised a plan to implement this new strategy. They would need to return to Earth, prepare for the worst, and use the Arvian technology to develop a countermeasure. The stakes were high, and time was running out. Meanwhile, the Vortani intensified their search for the Endeavor. Earth was on high alert, and the situation was becoming increasingly volatile. The team's return to Earth was fraught with peril, as the Vortani were relentless in their pursuit. The final stand. Upon returning to Earth, Captain Moreau and her team faced a divided public and wary government. The Vortani were closing in, and the urgency of the situation demanded immediate action. The Arvian's technology was key to Earth's survival, but implementing it would be a monumental task. Dr. Finn worked tirelessly to develop the countermeasure, while Captain Moreau rallied support from Earth's leaders. As the Vortani's fleet approached, the tension was palpable. Earth prepared for a final confrontation, hoping that the countermeasure would turn the tide in their favor. The battle was fierce, with the Vortani deploying their controlled creatures in a desperate bid for dominance. The countermeasure was deployed, and the struggle to reclaim control over the wildlife was intense. The outcome of the battle would determine the fate of Earth and the galaxy. A new dawn. The battle against the Vortani was hard-fought, but Earth's forces, bolstered by the Arvian technology, managed to repel the invaders. The victory was hard-won, and the cost was significant. The cooperation between humans and Arvians had proved crucial in overcoming the Vortani threat. In the aftermath, the Galactic Council convened to discuss the future. The success of Earth's defense had altered the balance of power once again. The collaboration between humans and Arvians had set a new precedent for interstellar cooperation. Captain Moreau and Dr. Finn were hailed as heroes, and their efforts paved the way for a new era of diplomacy and mutual understanding. The Universal Animal Translation device had not only saved Earth, but had also forged a new path for humanity's place in the galaxy.